In September, I announced that I would seek a historic third term as Minnesota's governor, and I have every confidence that if I gave it my all, we would win the race. But as I reflect on this moment with my family and my team over the holidays, I came to the conclusion that I can't give a political campaign my all. Every minute that I spend defending my own political interest would be a minute I can't spend defending the people of Minnesota against the criminals who prey on our generosity and the cynics who want to prey on our differences. So I've decided to step out of this race, and I'll let others worry about the election while I focus on the work that's in front of me for the next year.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has announced he is ending his bid for re-election. The decision comes amid intensifying scrutiny over fraud in state programs, a crisis that has recently drawn the attention of U.S. President Donald Trump. Walz made the announcement on Monday. He said he would step aside from the race to focus on the work of governing, not on defending a campaign under pressure. The governor described the past year as extraordinarily difficult for Minnesota. He said organized criminal groups had taken advantage of the state's generosity and that the damage has been severe. Walz accused Trump and Republican allies of exploiting the crisis. He said they were playing politics rather than helping Minnesotans, and he warned they were trying to turn communities against one another. Walz said the goal was to poison people against their neighbors and ultimately strip away what he called the values that make Minnesota strong. He accused Republicans of targeting programs meant to support families. He said they had already begun by taking tax dollars meant for childcare and warned there was no intention to stop there. Walz said his decision followed consultations with his family and his team. He said every minute spent defending personal political interests was a minute taken away from defending Minnesotans. He said his focus must remain on stopping criminals who prey on generosity and on confronting what he called cynics who prey on division. The decision comes just 4 months after Walz launched his campaign for an unprecedented third term as Minnesota governor.
Well, good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. Like many Minnesotans, I have to tell you, I was glad to turn the page on 2025. It was an extraordinarily difficult year for our state, and it ended on a particularly sour note. For the last several years, an organized group of criminals have sought to take advantage of this state's generosity. And even as we make progress in the fight against the fraudsters, we now see an organized group of political actors seeking to take advantage of a crisis. I don't want to mince words here. Donald Trump and his allies in Washington and in St. Paul and online want to make our state a colder, meaner place. They want to poison our people against each other by attacking our neighbors. And ultimately, they want to take away much of what makes Minnesota the best place in the country to raise a family. Republicans are playing politics with the future of this state. It's shameful. And I've said it before, and I will continue to say it. We welcome ideas from anyone, in any party, from any walk of life, who wants to help us continue to stay ahead of these criminals. And we welcome the involvement of the federal government. I am grateful to the career professionals at the U.S. Attorney's Office and the FBI who have been helping us fight this fight for years. But I cannot abide the actions of the political leadership in Washington. These opportunists are willing to hurt our people to score cheap points. They and their allies have no intention of helping us solve this problem, and every intention of trying to profit off of it. Which brings me to this. 2026 is an election year. Election years have a way of ramping up the politics at a time when we simply can't afford more of that in Minnesota. In September, I announced that I would seek a historic third term as Minnesota's governor, and I have every confidence that if I gave it my all, we would win the race. But as I reflect on this moment with my family and my team over the holidays, I came to the conclusion that I can't give a political campaign my all. Every minute that I spend defending my own political interest would be a minute I can't spend defending the people of Minnesota against the criminals who prey on our generosity and the cynics who want to prey on our differences. So I've decided to step out of this race, and I'll let others worry about the election while I focus on the work that's in front of me for the next year.
Scrutiny has been building for months. Prosecutors say fraud in Medicaid alone cost the state around $9 billion, equivalent to roughly 6.7 billion pounds. In another case, dozens of people were charged with felony offenses. They were accused of stealing hundreds of millions from COVID-19 relief programs. Federal prosecutors say 59 people have been convicted so far, and investigations remain ongoing. The political fallout has intensified. In late December, the Trump administration announced it would withhold childcare funding for Minnesota. That move followed allegations by a conservative YouTuber claiming nurseries run by Somali immigrants took public money without providing care. Democrats currently hold 24 of 50 governor seats nationwide. 36 seats will be on the ballot in 2026, including Minnesota. But Walz's exit now scrambles the race in a Democratic-leaning state. Republicans insist Minnesota is winnable, and the stakes are high.
Times of India videos, your daily dose of India and the world. Global news, different views, and sharp analysis.
Pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters.
That has often served as a backdrop for several Bollywood.
You're not a brute majority anymore. If you individually take out playwright.
Making sense of global conflicts. Tracking the new emerging world order.
Strike on Israeli military bases.
A multi-pronged.
To stay out of harm's way as Israel started bombing targets across.
Understanding changing alliances in a polarized world. Tune into TOI videos for all this and more. Click on the bell icon to subscribe and never miss an update.